Welcome to another episode of Hood Games. I'm your host, the 40-year-old gamer, and today we're gonna basically reveal 10 games to you that I have not played that's in my backwards compatible, not compatible, that's in my back catalog. And without further ado, let's just get into the video. The first game I'm gonna talk about is E-Led, The Return of Mad Hazard. I don't know much about it. I do know it's a third-person shooter, and I also know that it's supposed to be have a good story to it, So I just picked it up, and I really didn't, you know, got a chance to play it yet. So, but that chance is coming up soon, because I'm gonna go back and play some of these games in my back catalog because I didn't get them not to play them. I got them to actually play them. Man, Eat Lab will be a game that I'm gonna have to try it out. Well, I'm gonna play it because, just in my opinion, it looked fun to me. Maybe not to other people. It's a game that came out for the Xbox 360 and the PS3, and I think it's a good one. I think it's gonna be a good one. I wish it was backwards compatible, but it's not. But these are 10 games that's in my back catalog that I have not played yet that I own. And without further ado, let's get into the second game that I own that I ain't never get a chance to play yet. Number two that's on the list is Crackdown 2. Crackdown 2, well, I put it to you this way. I beat Crackdown 1, and it was so fun and so entertaining that I got part 2 for it when it came out. Well, I ain't get it right when it come out, but I got it I got it like maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even longer than that. But um, I think this is gonna be a good game. I'm hoping that it's a good game when I go back and play it, man. When I go play it, because I really, you know, I don't buy these games for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I buy these games and, because there's something that I like about it. And the only reason I bought this one is because of how good Crackdown 1 was, man. When I seen Crackdown 2, it looks real interesting. It looks like it's got, like, more to offer than Crackdown 1, actually. It actually looks pretty fun, but, um, you know, I heard it's got some bad reviews. So, but I really don't listen to the reviews. But, sometimes the reviews be right, sometimes the reviews be wrong. But this one, it didn't matter if it got bad reviews or not. I really wanted to pick it up. Nobody talks about it. No, I don't see nobody really playing it like that, so or played it like that. So I think this is gonna be a good one, man. It's a game on my back catalog. I'll get a chance to play it sooner or later. Um, did somebody recommend me this game? No, it's just purely because of Crackdown 1, man. Crackdown 1 was so dope. And this one just looked like it's got more to offer with monsters and stuff like that in it. It ain't just about the games, but it looks good, man. But let's get into the next game. Number three on our list is Too Human. Now, this game, I ain't gonna lie, on the back of the box, it looked dope. But I had never seen a trailer for it before I picked it up. And I had did a little research on it and found out that Capcom actually made this game, and I guess it was some controversy behind this game somewhere where something happened where they pulled it off the shelf or something. Like, this is a very controversial game, and now it's like it was just dirt cheap. But I heard a lot of people, including myself when I did the research, that kind of think that this game is going to become very, very expensive. It's going to become a very expensive Capcom game. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know though, man. Like, the mechanics on it didn't look too great, man. That's why I'm like, but it's got a lot of controversy behind it. So I'm like, you know what? Xbox 360 game that's got a lot of controversy behind it. So I just went on ahead and got it, man, because when they developed it, something happened after they developed it, and they were supposed to publish it or whatnot, and it just something, I don't know. I have to do more research on it because I did do so. It was a long time ago when I found this out, and so I bought the game, and the game don't look bad. As far as the trailer go, the game don't look bad, but when you see gameplay footage, it don't look that great. So, I'll put you this way: when you actually see somebody playing the game, I guess they don't know how to play it. Don't look that great. The next game we're talking about is Bound by Flame. I have not got a chance to play this. This is another game that's on my back catalog. Just to me, in my opinion, this game looked dope. I got this game strictly, y'all wouldn't believe this, but I got this game strictly just looking at the box art in the back of the box, man. That's the only reason I got this game. I had never seen no trailers for it or nothing before I bought it. I just walked into a GameStop one day and happened to see, no, it wasn't even GameStop. It was a store. It was a store called Play and Trade. And it was one of my local video game stores that's in the neighborhood. Not too far from the neighborhood. Walked up in there just to check out what they had, and I just happened to run across this game. And when I looked at the back of the back of the box looked impressive. Now, I had got the game, and I set it in my games and never got a chance to play it. But before, I had started looking at some, recently I started looking at some reviews on it or whatever, and a lot of people didn't give this game good reviews. I guess it's an action RPG or whatever, but this looked like the type of game that I would like, so I'm glad I still got it. But yeah, I don't know nothing about it, never played it, but just looking at the gameplay trailers and stuff for it, it looks good enough for me, man. And one day hopefully I have it on my game channel one day, but it's not backwards compatible, so I'm definitely not in a rush to do it. But I definitely do want to play it, man, because the gameplay trailer just make it look exciting. I just know that it looks kind of exciting, man. All right, let's get to the next game. All right, the next game on the list is Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. Now, all them Metal Gear Solid fans out there, don't get upset at me because I have not played this yet, and I bought it right when it first came out. The only thing is that I would not have bought the Xbox 360 version of this game if I would have known it was coming out for the Xbox One. I had went and rushed out and got the Xbox 360 version and just played myself, basically not knowing that it was for the Xbox One. So, I'm like, damn, man, like, because they said, the Xbox One was, the graphics was sharper, it just looked better, but even then, so that made me not even want to play the Xbox 360 version, but and I ain't even got the Xbox One version. I got the 360 version. It's in my back catalog to play. I am going to play it. So, that's something y'all don't have to worry about, fans, because I will play Metal Gear Solid 1 or Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, when I can get a chance to play it, man. I'm going to be honest with you, I am not no hardcore Metal Gear Solid fan. The Metal Gear Solid that I liked the most, that I played, was number 1. Most people like number 2, and that was because it came out for the, number 2 had came out for the PS2, but Metal Gear Solid 1 came out for the PlayStation 1. But I didn't play it on the PlayStation 1. Actually, I played Metal Gear Solid on the Dreamcast with a Bleem disc. If y'all don't know what a Bleem disc is, look it up, man. It's a disc you can put in your Dreamcast and play certain PS1 games. And yeah, it was great. It sharpened up the graphics. It makes PS1 games look a lot better. And yeah, it made me want to play, even though I didn't like the 32-bit era, but it made me want to play that Metal Gear Solid after I played it on the Dreamcast. with the Bleamcast disc, and I loved it, every second of it. Like, I think I beat that game in 2 nights. Like, I used to work at Toys R Us, and I used to get off work at about 9, 10 o'clock at night sometimes, and I would go play Metal Gear Solid, you know, till the morning time. But most of the time I worked the day shift. So as soon as I get off work at 3 or 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I'm on it, man. I was on it to the point I ran through Metal Gear Solid 1. But anyways, man, let's get to the next game, man. But this is definitely a game that I am definitely gonna have to go back and play, man, because it just looks too dang on dope. I don't care that I mean, I know I can go get it for the Xbox One, but you know what? I'm gonna just play it on the Xbox 360 because from what I heard, it's actually really good on the 360 as well. So that's good enough for me, man. But let's get to the next game. Number 6 on our list is Naruto, the Broken Bond. Um, I was, deeply into the animes at one point in time, or actually about 10 point of times. I was deeply into animes. I love animes, man. They just blew American cartoons out the water for me when I was growing up as a young man. Yeah, I'm sorry, but animes blew American cartoons out the water. But this is one of the games that I gotta go back and play as well, man, because I played Ultimate Ninja Storm 3, and that was just so dope, man, that it was ridiculous. But this one has become very hard to find, and I believe this is gonna be a very rare game to have in your collection, whether it's Xbox 360. I'm not sure if it came out for the PlayStation 3 or the Wii U or whatnot, but I definitely have to play this one, man. And I definitely am because, I'm a fighting game fan, and I'm just glad that I got a couple fighting games still in my back catalog that I can actually play as if I'm playing it for the first time, as if it's brand new. And I like that, man. So, yeah, but Naruto, the Broken Bond, I had my daughter plays all the Naruto games. Like, she loves Naruto. So she basically uh, was telling me that it was a Naruto game for the 360 out there. So basically, I just went out and picked it up, and never got around to playing it, man. But you know, soon, very soon, I'm finna start playing a lot of my back catalog Xbox 360 games. The ones that's backwards compatible and some of the ones that's not backwards compatible. And this is definitely one of them that I really want to dive into, man, and give a try. All right, let's get to the next game. Number 7 on our list is Ace Combat Assault Horizon. That this is one that I never really got into the flight games or whatnot, but one day I was kicking it over a friend's house. One day I went over my friend's house and I seen him playing this, man, and I was kind of blown away about how good the game looked, man. So I asked him what it was, and he said it was a spinoff to the Ace Combat series. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I've been seeing the Ace Combat series since the PlayStation One, and they looked at they almost looked at groundbreaking in the 32-bit era, but I still hated the 32-bit era, man. I did not like those blocky ass graphics. That's why some of my most favorite games in the 32-bit era was the Nintendo 64 and the games for that, and I like a lot of the fighting games that was for the Sega Saturn and the PlayStation One, but most of them 3D fighting games, I like none of them. I like none of them. A lot of the blocky ass graphics, I like none of them. But this is a game I definitely gotta visit, sooner or later. But I think I might even get to this sooner because it just looks super fun to play, man. Like, but it kind of looked hard and tough to me. But that's just my opinion, though, man. You know. But yeah, Ace Combat Assault Horizon is a game that's on my backwards compatible list. I definitely got to play this, man. It's been recommended. Well, I've seen it over my friend's house, and he recommended me to play it. I bought it, and I never got a chance to play it. So, yeah, this is one number 7 that I will be playing sooner or later. Hopefully, I get good enough at it where I'll load it on my game channel. But let's get into the next game. The 8th game on our list is Bulletstorm, Epic Edition, which I don't care what, Epic Edition, regular edition, don't matter. It was a game that came with a demo with Gears of War 2, I believe. No, it was 3, Gears of War 3, a beta invitation. But anyways, Bulletstorm is another back catalog game that I got in my collection. And I don't even know why I haven't started playing this, knowing that I really like first and third person shooters, man. I should have been played this a long time ago. Yeah, I went on I like to scroll through YouTube a lot and watch a lot of game trailers that I ain't never seen before, or some gameplay footage of games I ain't never seen before. And I remember that I really wanted to play this. Like, this looked it dope. This looked it real dope, man, to me, man. A dope ass first person shooter. And it still looks dope to this day. The graphics still hold up very well. And even though it's not backwards compatible, I do want to get a chance to play this, man, when I can. So hopefully, sometime soon I can get to this back catalog game, man, and get a chance to play it and experience it, man, which I will. This is number 8 game in my backwards compatible, my back catalog games in my Xbox 360 collection. I know, yeah, y'all been seeing me basically play and review, gameplay footage and everything of Xbox One and Xbox 360 games, but that's just the system I chose in this generation. I really didn't like the 8th generation, but it is what it is. Let's get to the next game. Even though I didn't like the 8th generation, I like the 7th generation better, but man, I kind of skipped. Well, I had got a PS4, and the one thing I did like about the 8th generation is the PlayStation VR, which I do not own it no more. I don't have them no more. I sold my PlayStation VR because it just wasn't fun no more. It didn't have no games coming out for it. And all I found myself doing is playing the same games over and over again. I got tired of it, so I got rid of it. But the reason why I chose the Xbox, Series X system over the PS5 is in the Wii or the Switch or whatever is because, which I did get a Switch, but this is why I chose the Xbox Series X, just for the simple fact that a lot of my games that I have in my Xbox 360 collection is backwards compatible with the Xbox Series X. Unfortunately, this ain't one of them, but this looks like a very fun game, so I will get around to it sooner or later. Let's get to the next game. The next game we talking about is Singularity. Singularity, goddamn, they playing that stupid ass music outside again, fucking up my video. But anyways, I don't know if y'all can hear that or not, but sorry about that. Apologize for that. But Singularity is another one of my games in my back catalog that I want to get to play sooner or later. It's a first-person shooter as well. It's definitely a first-person shooter that I wanted to get back around to. Like I'm gonna tell you how I discovered this game. Basically, I watched this YouTuber called Metal Jesus Rocks, and he did some reviews on Xbox 360 games that he recommended. And this was one of the games that Metal Jesus Rock had on his recommendation. That was a high recommendation game. It's a first-person shooter, sci-fi horror. And yeah, that's all you really have to say to me. As long as the graphics good and the gameplay is good, I'm in. And this is definitely a game that I look forward to playing on my game channel one day. So yeah, this is that's another game that's in my backwards compatibility, And this one looks like, it's got something to do with you manipulating time and all that stuff. And Time Shift was one of my favorite first-person shooters of all time. And without further ado, let's get into the last game. And the last game that's on this list is Fear 1. I have Fear 1 and I have Fear 3 as well, but I have not played this game. This is another supposed to be dope first person shooter. Yes, Fear 1 is another first person shooter that I was supposed to have been got a long time ago, man. That I never had got a chance to pick up, but I picked it up a few years back. I picked up Fear 1 and Fear 3. I could not find Fear 2, so that's kind of one I'm still looking for to complete that whole trilogy. You know, that's kind of why I haven't played it yet, is because I haven't got part 2 yet. You know, and I'm not going to want to go straight into part 3 after I just got part 1. You know, after I beat part 1, I'm going to want to go into part 2 and not straight into part 3. But this is definitely a game that's on my my back catalog games to play. This is the 10 games that's on my back catalog Xbox 360 games to play. Hopefully, I get at least 2 or maybe 3 or 4 of these games in before the year ends, man. Before 2023 ends, I'll have at least 3 or 4 of these games on my game channel. I really want to get that done. But, you know, it ain't that easy these days. You know, things is tight. Everything is going the way God wants it to go. So, hold on. Yeah, Fear 1 is definitely a game that I got to get back to, man. That I definitely have to go back, or I have to play it, man. So, because a lot of people recommended it to me, and if I'm not mistaken, once again, Metal Jesus Rocks. I was watching Metal Jesus Rocks, and he said this was one of the games that he recommended us go and get. You know, for the Xbox 360, it was a good game. So it was either Metal Jesus Rocks, or it could have been somebody else, because I follow several YouTube gamers. You know, just to keep my ears to the YouTube streets and make sure I know when the next hot new game gonna come out. But I thank y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all stopping by the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, y'all too old to be playing video games.